friends, yes, welcome to another episode of Nintendo Nightcap, bringing you your daily Nintendo news once again. Okay, the hype is already insane, but it's about to get even crazier because there has been a new Tears of the Kingdom US commercial just released about an hour ago. There is some new footage in it. We're going to watch it here, the entirety of it, and then we're going to dig into a little bit of the tidbits beforehand. But it's looking amazing. It is going to be incredible. Before then, we got a couple of news stories as well. We're going to run across them really quickly. So pull up a chair if you're new here and you like what you see. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, spread the channel to your friends and help us grow. And then, my good friends, pull up that chair, sit next to us as we delve into today's news. First of which, Evil Dead, the game. Well, there is a movie that's just come out, but last year there was an Evil Dead game released. And it had been rumored for a year now that it was going to come to the Switch. And then nothing was ever heard of until now, because the creative chief of the game, Tim Willett, in an interview, described Saber Interactive as Switch Kings. Therefore, I guess making Saber Interactive the team responsible for porting it over to the Switch. Who are Saber Interactive? Well, they are the team behind the Witcher 3 port on the Switch, which of course was one of the most impossible ports on the system. So it would be in good hands with them. The game itself is a asymmetrical multiplayer game in the vein of Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, where you either play as a team of survivors trying to overcome the evil, or play the evil itself, trying to take down each one of the survivors in a map, again, not too dissimilar to Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th. It's a very fun looking game, graphically intensive, so it's good that it's going to be, if it is true, Saber Interactive, in charge of the port, because it would be in good hands. But I would like this game to appear on Switch. I would buy it. I love Friday the 13th. I'm actually more of a Friday the 13th fan over Dead by Daylight. I kind of just like the jankiness, and I feel like the Evil Dead game has a little bit of that campiness, jankiness about it. So I think I would get along with that game very well. Let us know in the comments if you've played it before. Did you find it fun? Would you buy it on the Switch? How do you think it's going to run on the Switch? So exciting times. The Game of the Year edition actually comes out very, very soon. So hopefully there'll be an announcement around then for a Switch version. So fingers crossed, let's hope. Right, second story of the day, and we've got to talk about it again. Every day is in the news. The Super Mario movie is going from strength to strength to strength to strength. It has now crossed another milestone of 871 million gross worldwide at the box office. It is going insane. It is definitely going to surpass the 1 billion mark, and I'll tell you for why. Because it's 871 million is yet to come out in Japan. I think it comes out in Japan on the 28th of this month. So far in America, it's got the best third week gross of any animated movie. I think it's only lagging behind Universal's Jurassic Park. So this film, in a matter of days, it's going to cross the 1 billion mark. It will be the 51st film to do so, and then who knows how high it can climb. Who knows? You think it's going to make at least a couple hundred million in Japan alone. So who knows where it's going to end up by the time it's done? 1.2, 1.3 billion. Who knows? What's for certain though is with these numbers, a sequel is for sure planned, and Miyamoto as such did hint at a sequel, of course, himself. And if you've seen the post-credits scenes, there's a hint there also, And as a matter of fact, Miyamoto even hinted the other day there'll be more Nintendo movies coming. So we can expect hopefully a Zelda, a Pikmin movie, who knows? Punch-Out movie, who knows? So yes, Mario movie is killing it right now at the box office. Any day now, it will hit that 1 billion mark. And then we'll see, exciting times for Nintendo. They are killing it on every front right now. Right, but to the main story of the day. I was taking it easy, eating my rice and chicken, chilling out in front of the TV, watching some F1, and then I happened to look at a WhatsApp message from my brothers, and I see there's a brand new Nintendo US commercial. So I had a look at it, of course, and it is banging. We're going to show it here in full. So let's take a look at it together right now.
Whoa.
There. That's where I gotta go.
How do I get over there?
There! The fan! At it! It flies!
Oh, you just messed with the wrong.
Goblin.
Go up there.
What is that?
And check this out.
Yes, finally!
You'll be surprised at what you can do when you master your imagination. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, only on Nintendo Switch.
Yes, people, there it is, there it is! Another new commercial, new footage in only 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks until the game is out. And I am excited as hell. I am so hyped. I was always hyped. I was always pumped, but I wasn't as crazy as everyone else. I was trying to be cautious because I was worried that, you know, could it stack up to Breath of the Wild? Even though I always maintained there's loads of things Tears of the Kingdom could do better than Breath of the Wild, you know? So I was looking at namely like a better story, more imaginative bosses, dungeons, you know, and all of these things, the more footage we see of this game, the more these things are hinted at being included. And so that has me so excited, you know. And, you know, in this commercial, we saw some new footage. I did enjoy the footage of Link trying to cross the tracks in the sky only to fall, but then to come back at the end, having used the Ultra Hand to put together some carts to be able to cross it. We saw some really cool footage actually of Link underground, it looked like, in pitch blackness, firing a light arrow towards the tree to light up the entire area, which ended up looking like a really cool underground exploration type area. We could see this big orange orb stuck in the tree on the left. I have no idea what that is yet, but you know, people are going to be ripping this commercial to shreds right now, so I have no doubt we're going to find out. You know, we saw Link once again working on his sky vehicle with the fans and then hovering around. We saw a lot of cool things. You know, I did especially like the fact that I've noticed this a few times, that there seems to be more enemies on screen at any one time, which is, you know, I'm really thankful for, because it's one of the main complaints I had about Breath of the Wild is that too much of the land was too sparse. You know, you'd go a long time without encountering any, you know, enemies of any real meaning, you know. So here looks a little bit different, you know, it looks a bit more, you know, frantic and stressful to traverse these lands. So that has me excited. I want to feel, you know, I want to feel fear when I travel through these lands. So that's cool. We get to see Link once again using the Ascend ability, flying up to escape some goblins. We got the same footage of the rocket, so that's all really cool stuff. But the thing that stuck out to me wasn't even any of the footage. All of it looked incredible, but there was the tagline that the voiceover lady said, which was, "You will be amazed by the things you can do when you master your imagination." And that to me speaks exactly to what this game is going to be all about, which is to say, this is going to be a game where you're going to encounter multiple problems and puzzles, and it's going to be up to you to overcome them using, you know, completely unique ways. Everyone is going to have different ways to overcome the same puzzles and problems depending on what abilities they have, what items they have, you know, and I think this is going to be the main takeaway from the game. You know, you're going to be able to look at a problem or a puzzle, and you're going to be able to overcome it 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different ways, you know, much like you could in Breath of the Wild, but even more so because you can craft a lot more things here, more vehicles, more weapons. You can combine everything with the fusion. So this is going to be a game even more so over Breath of the Wild, where it's really about your imagination, and the stories that you're going to be able to swap with friends is going to be insane, because you're going to come across so many different ways to play this game, to do puzzles, to do dungeons, to overcome enemies maybe. That is just going to be, you know, it reminds me of playing games when I was a kid. You know, where you could do these things. And Breath of the Wild was the first game in a long time that made me feel like that. You know, it reminds me, you know, in Breath of the Wild, the first time I was walking through the snow and I was losing health, and then I decided, oh, why don't I put my heat sword on my back? Why don't I equip it? And then all of a sudden I was in cold, and I could carry on. There's new ways to solve problems, but this is going to be even more so. And if we get a better story, which I feel like we're going to get, because we got the hints of the zone, well, not hints, we know the Zonai is there. There seems to be more of a story concerning Ganon. Is there time travel now? It looks like there will be. This game seems to have a lot more of everything. We've seen in the past trailers and footage, areas that look like they could be dungeons as well. So, I mean, this game looks like it's going to have everything, and it's getting me so pumped. I almost hope we don't see anything else now. So, anyways, that's going to be the end of the video for today. I'm excited. I'm going to see what everyone else is saying online about this commercial, see what people have dissected. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video. What did you think of the new footage? What are you excited for? Is there anything you're worried about concerning the game? I am pumped though. Now I am ready. I'm not working that day, but if I had been, I would have called in sick. But anyways, people, a pleasure as always to bring these videos to you. Thank you so much for hanging around. Again, if you are new and you enjoyed what you saw, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I will be back tomorrow with more daily news. Who knows what else is going to leak? Until then, my good friends, have an awesome one, and I'll catch you tomorrow.